Hey everybody, it's time for another real life superhero RLSH video debut for my rant on past current events, terrible and shitty people, and defense of great people widely considered to be terrible people in various communities, especially the Afro-American community. I decided this is the first of two. I decided to do two because there are two intro songs I wanted to use. But I also wanted to use the Sonic What I'm Made Of, my actual theme for these type of videos. So I decided to do two with the same costume. The second one will be uploaded immediately after this one. And in the part two portions, I'll use either intro. Depends on the video and the song I think best fits the video. So with that being said, it's time for me to make my grand entrance. Along with Sonic What I'm Made Of, I'm going to be using popular professional wrestler Jeff Hardy's Impact Wrestling theme, his 2010 Modest to the Top remix. The next time I'm going to use similar creatures, and my taunts and mannerisms will be similar to Jeff Hardy, Teddy Hart, and the alpha male Monty Brown, and of course Sonic the Hedgehog, and of course Street Fighter. So with that being said, let me get started right now. Let's show these people what I'm made of.
Let me show you who I am, what I'm here for. Hey, trying to reach inside of me, trying to take my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take no part of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. My destiny to the top, My destiny at the top, My destiny past the top, Still my destiny past the top, Straight to the top of the keep heading up, things start shining why we should go. Know what is real and how it is still the only way to feel the dance and the feel the way that you know it's in your life. There's a lot of time to get ready to showcase this real show again. Live your life, the this one show how this time you know that you like show a way to make it right, make it to the top of the mountain, show until you feel there's nothing more for you to or say. I'm not even better getting my way, come down. If you do, you'll be back on my distance to the top, My distance at the top.
Hey everybody, it's time for my shorter second rant on Willie D as a real life superhero. This is a couple of things I didn't mention in part one. I've been meaning to do this actually for weeks, but just kept putting it off and on, and kept rewatching the Keyboard Warriors musicians videos to make sure I got all the facts right. So yeah, this is the same as the last one, except this one I'll be using, even though it's nighttime now, I'll be using my daytime skinny jeans sweatsuit costume. Only I'll be using a very different version. I'll be wearing the all black skinny jeans sweatsuit with baggy skinny jeans series 2 goth rock and roll emo look. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Yeah, you should, if you don't know by now, you should know I can't stand Willie D. Willie D is everything. Willie D is everything I do not like about rappers and Afro-Americans. He is every negative stereotype. He is every negative stereotype associated with an Afro-American and a rapper. And yet, what's worse, this guy, while being all of these negative stereotypes, tries to be a leader in brown people's communities, and there are stands, there are fanboys of him who defend him and consider this loser, and many more like him, like Professor Griff, Dr. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, and many more like them, consider these people heroes. They consider these people heroes, when, like the keyboard musician pointed out, the only reason they're doing what they're doing, which is nothing, by the way, but the only reason they're doing what they're doing, pretending to care and talking about all of the terrible events that happened in the world, is because each of them, especially Professor Griff and Willie D, two rappers, are lame, washed up rappers, broke rappers, and in Willie D's case, boxers, who are now trying to use social justice, Afro-American culture, activism as their new hustle. That's their new hustle. In every video, Willie D, he has the whole. He continues to. He has the link, and he himself says, "Join the movement." And like keyboard musician said, join what movement? You haven't moved anywhere. You haven't done anything. Their whole movement is not really doing anything. See, like keyboard musician said, they know every day. Unfortunately, every day you turn on the internet or you turn on the news, something unfortunate happens to Afro-Americans, to an Afro-American, to anyone. There are a bunch of tragedies in the world every single day. And here's what they get together and discuss these strategies, pretend to be sad, get you sad, and then when the time is right, they start asking for money, and then the money that they receive, they're not doing anything with that money. They're not doing anything with that money. They're not using it to build homes, houses, schools or for charities, whatever. They're just using it to pay their house notes, their bills, and Willie D has to pay something called, according to keyboard musician, he has to pay something called a restitution. So that's what they're paying. And I didn't mention this in the previous one, speaking of not using the money for right things. I haven't heard this come out of Willie D's mouth, but a guy in the comment section of keyboard musicians, Willie D's channel is gone. Willie D's channel was gone. Briefly, when Willie D's YouTube channel was terminated, Willie D Willie D in one video, according to this comment, he allegedly said when he got enough money, he was going to build houses in Haiti. He hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. And then, oh, this was the biggest joke right here. This was the biggest joke right here. Willie D likes to pretend like he's tough. He's 56 years old. He'll be 57 this year. 56 years old. Still likes to pretend he's tough. Still likes to pretend he's gangsta. He likes to pretend he's gangsta. He's tough. He's gangsta. And gangsta. And it's this tough, hard man. Yet he had a victimhood crybaby party when his YouTube channel got rightfully terminated. This idiot got dressed up in a suit got dressed up in a fancy suit for a YouTube press conference to get his channel back, and he tried to use the racist victimhood. He tried to use the racism victimhood card, even though in the past, prior to his channel's termination, YouTube terminated more terminated and canceled more white people's channels than his channel, his channel. Then once again, like another thing the keyboard musician brought up, he only pulled the white card. Sorry, just seeing the time. He only pulled the black card for this moment right here, but never when any actual Afro-American gets it at the hands of another Afro-American, or even a white person. He just sits around, or even a white person. Well, the white person, he'll at least talk about it. And that's all he'll do is talk about it. Like keyboard musician said, these incidents, these murders, these tragedies, the goal is to prevent them. The goal is to stop them from happening. Is to stop them from happening. Not get together and talk about it. And then people like Willie D and his fanboys like to say, oh well, he's trying to make us aware. We're already aware. We've been aware for a long time. The goal is to stop these incidents from happening. Not sit around and talk about it. So yeah, Willie D. So yes, Willie D. And then going back to his wire fraud BS, which was just a short decade ago. It was 2009 and 10 is wire fraud, where this asshole, because firstly look at this scam. This guy set up some special iPhones on eBay, some special iPhone scams on eBay, and looking to scam international buyers. So watch this. Willie D in the 90s was a celebrity rapper and boxer and millionaire. Now you're an electronic iPhone salesman. See, the international people, and he chose international people because they should know about Willie D, but a lot of people probably won't know about Willie D, because I would safely say that Willie D, most of his popularity is mostly the United States and Canada. Most international people, some would, but a lot of people wouldn't. So a bunch of international people would not know who he is, and therefore they wouldn't be onto his scam, because if he targeted American people, they would have immediately figured out what his scam was. So he targeted international buyers. The international buyers, they foolishly paid with their hard-earned money, paid for these iPhones, and he would not send them to them. And they kept talking to him. They kept emailing him. him saying, when are you gonna send those phones? And Willie D kept having excuses that, oh, it's gonna take some time because he's in the USA and they're in the UK. So it took all of the victims who got scammed coming together to finally get the FBI to investigate Willie D's fraud. Willie D's fraud. And Willie D, when he was arrested, he had no choice but to plead guilty and serve a short amount of time in prison. And according to keyboard musician, Willie D tries to play it out like, the racist, oppressive white man wanted to put another black man in jail, wanted to put black man in jail. Nah, you're a criminal. You got caught red-handed, and you had no choice but to accept the guilty plea, or you would have been in prison for an even longer time. And then according to keyboard musician, he did a series of comedy videos. By the way, most of these will be in the description box below for those of you who want to see. He did a series of comedy videos where he's talked about Willie D. Willie D. Once again, celebrity gangster rapper and boxer was afraid to be in prison with real gangsters. Was afraid to be in prison with real real gangsters. But like I said, he does crap like this, and even before he was a rapper, and even after he was a rapper, his whole life committing crimes. This guy's a criminal. And now he's trying to fake being wise. And people consider him wise. He's trying to fake wise. He's trying to fake positive. He's trying to fake he's trying to fake positive and conscious now. And the other thing he does is, like he says, and it's cheesy. He makes cheesy rap songs like Coon, cheesy dated rap songs like Coon, and then all he does is attack other Afro-Americans who don't agree with him, and that's all he does in his videos is attack Afro-Americans. Then the one time where Willie D and everyone should have came together was Patrisse Cullors' Black Lives Matter fraud. Nope. He was too proud to admit that he got scammed and bamboozled, and he was wrong about Black Lives Matter. He was too proud to admit it. Admit it. You know why he didn't have a problem with it? Because he did his wire fraud scam was similar to what Patrisse Cullors did. That's why he tried to deflect it to a bunch of Donald Trump and white people crimes. You know, we're talking about BLM. So yeah, I can't stand Willie D. Like I said, I can't stand Willie D. I seriously want to fight Willie D. When I get popular enough and big enough, I'm gonna go. Actually, I don't have to do that right now. When I'm ready, I'm gonna go to his Instagram page, which I'm following, or if he ever sees one of these videos, and I'm gonna challenge him, I'm gonna seek and I lure him into the ring for a boxing match. I don't care about him being several pounds bigger than I am, and I don't care about him being almost 60 years old. I'm gonna beat his ass and send him back to the nearest retired home, or at least beat his ass so bad he'll go back and he'll never speak again. Like I said, I'm sick of people like Willie D. These people like Willie D. His entire generation of people. These lame, washed up, dirty, crusty, washed up people from the past, still trying to come back several years later like they're still relevant, and now, in their youth, destroying Afro-American communities, now trying to fake positive, conscious, and wise, man. It's annoying, man. It's annoying and infuriating, man. Yeah, Willie D, man. Then let's get to Candace Owens. Oh, he's always on Candace Owens. But Candace Owens, but this part was which got he did a video. His most recent video of Candace Owens was her always focusing on where Candace Owens. Oh yeah, his topic was Candace Owens never bashing. Candace Owens never bashing black. Candace Owens never bashing white people, but always having something negative to say about black people. black people, and he claims this is how these are the coons, the tap dancers, the jugaboos get around. He says, oh, because they only have negative things to say about Afro Americans, but never negative things to say about white people. Firstly, number one, respectable. Number one, she does mention white people. I could have she had numerous criticisms towards Demi Lovato, numerous criticisms towards some white guy. I think it was Frodo from Lord of the Rings, the actor Elijah something, playing wearing dresses. Several pictures of white men wearing dresses, and she also talked trash about Demi Lovato. And if I didn't mention already, the biggest one was Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp, and has numerous times criticized Me Too, which Me Too, I talk the most trash about Afro-American females who were involved in Me Too, and have done terrible things. But Me Too and feminism, those are universal. Every race, every female race is somewhat involved in that. So that whole we should get out of here. And reason number two, she does it because respectable white people move away, and they don't allow the worst of the worst to ever truly represent them. We have the worst of the worst. We have the worst of the worst to represent represent us. And then when you do get someone who is capable of representing Afro Americans, either he or she is just overlooked and underappreciated, or he or she is a coon or sellout, especially if it's ones who speak out against you. And yes, it is standing up to the tyranny that is Afro-American supremacy. Afro-American supremacy. Afro-Americans like to walk around playing victimhood, walk around screwing people, causing problems, ruining people's lives. This is all you do together. All you do together, ruin other Afro-Americans' lives. And then when one finally retaliates against you, you like to play the victimhood. You like to play the victimhood and race card. You use it to obtain free stuff and make white people in other races feel sorry for you. When whites in other races often take the bait, which I'm really getting sick of. The one time I want them to be racist towards you, nah, they let you go around doing everything. They let you tear up property, steal and loot stores, which that's the only thing you get to do. And nobody was standing up to you. Nobody was talking about, oh, you want to be Black Lives Matter, but you don't want to talk about all these murders. White people do all these crimes too, but they don't have BS movements like White Lives Matter. They have White Lives Matter, but that's not powerful. That's not big. Up until a couple of years ago, they didn't even have a Wikipedia page for White Lives Matter. That will never be as big or as powerful as Black Lives Matter was. So, well, once again, get the fuck out of here. So, yeah. The Willie D rants will continue, but this is all I had to say about Willie D. You want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.
Still down on the ground.